Have you ever given much thought to your ideal self? Our perception of ourselves can occasionally prevent us from realizing our greatest potential. During his career, renowned plastic surgeon Dr. Maxwell Maltz researched this issue and made an intriguing discovery. After undergoing cosmetic surgery, some patients would report feeling completely changed, while others would not improve at all. This made him realize that a person's mental image of themselves, or their self-image, holds greater significance than their outward look. Psycho-cybernetics, a groundbreaking method created by Dr. Maltz, assists people in reprogramming their self-perception and achieving the desired success. The main ideas of psycho-cybernetics will be discussed in this video, along with how to dehypnotize yourself from incorrect beliefs, activate your automatic success mechanism, and visualize. So take a seat back and get ready to discover your actual potential and realize your life's ambition. Now let's get going. The secret to realizing your full potential is finding your sense of self. But what precisely is this sense of self? It's your personal perception of who you are. Your self-perception is largely an unconscious construct shaped by your past experiences. Three main reasons influence these beliefs: repetition, experience intensity, and the authority source. Contemplate it. Have you ever received repeated information to the point where you began to believe it? Alternatively, it could have been a bad event that stuck with you. Your perception of the world and of yourself can be shaped by these encounters. The good news is that you can rewire your self-perception to design the life you desire. This internal system, which incorporates imaginative or creative mental imagery, is what Dr. Maltz dubbed the theater of the mind. You can begin to shift your self-perception by visualizing yourself in that new role and creating a clear and detailed mental image of the self you wish to be. The secret is to visualize your surroundings as accurately as you can, taking note of even the smallest things, such as sights, noises, and objects. With consistent practice, you might be surprised by how differently, more naturally, and effortlessly you act, without even trying. Thus, pause to think about the kind of person you want to be. What goals do you have in mind? You have the capacity to design the life you want by using the power of your self-image. Knowing your automatic success mechanism is another important psycho-cybernetics discovery. Dr. Maltz came to the conclusion that our subconscious mind is a potent goal-striving success mechanism that functions inside our thoughts rather than a distinct entity from our conscious mind. Put differently, we use our one mind to run our automatic success mechanism rather than having two distinct minds. This insight has profound effects on our ability to fulfill our ambitions and enhance our quality of life. We may design the life we want and realize our full potential by comprehending and using the power of this automatic success mechanism. You must trust your innate success mechanism to figure out how to reach your goal once you have a clear understanding of what it is that you want to do. Even if your goal is a little hazy, start by mentally defining it and maintain your concentration on it. Your creative mechanism gets to work if you have a strong desire to accomplish that goal and begin considering all possible approaches. The system looks through its database or utilizes your prior knowledge and insights to generate a solution for your issue. Your mind goes through this process in the background without your conscious awareness or active participation. When you're not even thinking about your problem, such as when you're walking, having a shower, or even dreaming, you can discover the answer. However, as soon as the answer dawns on you, you'll know it's the one you've been looking for. This is the ability of your subconscious, automatic success mechanism to propel you towards your objectives in directions your conscious mind could never have dreamed about. The solutions you seek are already within you. Trust your innate success mechanism to figure out how to make your goals reality. The secret to establishing that distinct goal picture is imagination. This is because, according to popular belief, our imaginations drive our actions and inactions rather than our willpower. Your success mechanism has a precise purpose to aim towards, which is provided by your imagination, which acts as a blueprint. Your success mechanism will be more successful in reaching your objective if you can visualize it more clearly and vividly. However, what happens if you feel stuck or unsure about where to begin? This is where having a success mechanism can be quite helpful. It can be given a task or issue to handle, and you can leave it working on it in the background while you take care of other tasks. You might ask your success mechanism to come back to you with answers that you might not have thought of or worried about. Despite the fact that our limiting beliefs can prevent us from reaching our objectives, the good news is that you are capable of waking up from this false self-hypnosis. Using the power of reason is one of the best methods to accomplish this. We can replace outdated, restricting beliefs with more empowering ones by critically analyzing our beliefs and offering reasonable arguments against them. Since it is impossible to have two opposing views, it is critical to use reason to refute any incorrect beliefs you may have. Our beliefs about ourselves and our surroundings shape our behavior and emotions, as Dr. Maltz found. Thus, we have to modify our beliefs before we can alter our behavior and emotions. For this reason, it's critical to dispel myths and adopt new perspectives that are consistent with our objectives and moral principles. This can be accomplished by exposing us to fresh perspectives and challenging our preconceived notions through mentors, experiences, and new ideas. Your self-image will shift as soon as you've found a new truth and swapped out your old ideas for new ones. Your success mechanism will then go to work creating a new reality that is consistent with your new beliefs. It's crucial to understand that our conscious thinking mind, not our unconscious mind, is what causes us to feel like a victim. We make decisions and choose which goal images to concentrate on using our conscious minds. This implies that we must alter our conscious thought processes and stop attributing power to the past if we want to cease feeling victimized by our prior experiences or erroneous ideas. However, thinking differently is insufficient on its own. To genuinely alter our thoughts and actions, we must experience intense desire and emotion. We may start building a new reality for ourselves that is in line with our full potential by fusing reasoned thought with strong desire and emotion. Have you ever experienced a day when everything seemed to come together seamlessly and you thought you could take on the world? Dr. Maltz calls that sense of assurance and accomplishment the winning feeling, and it's an essential component in accomplishing our objectives. We naturally feel victorious when our innate success mechanism is programmed to perform well. But what happens if we don't sense it? This is where visual aids come into play. We may truly bring that winning sense to life in ourselves by visualizing ourselves accomplishing our objectives and experiencing that winning sensation. And we're capable of virtually anything when that feeling is strong. Thus, in order to obtain and to maintain that winning sensation, begin by visualizing and experiencing your achievement as strongly as you can. Consider a time in the past when you experienced a sense of success. The sense of accomplishment that accompanied any accomplishment, regardless of size, was what counted most. You may bring that sensation back to life and channel it into motivation for future achievement by mentally reliving those moments and imagining all the minor aspects that led up to them. The better the memory, the more precise and detailed you may make it. Try to bring yourself back to those feelings by remembering how you were feeling at the time. Apply that sense of accomplishment to your present objectives and see yourself accomplishing beforehand. Imagine yourself performing and feeling as though you've already reached your objectives. You may harness the power of that winning sensation and turn it into a reality by doing this action. Put another way, try not to overthink it. In fact, making excessive attempts to manipulate events can impede your advancement. Instead, concentrate on picturing your final objective as having already been accomplished and experience the associated sense of accomplishment. Here's where the strength of your autonomic success mechanism kicks in, steering you in the direction of the appropriate decisions and inspiring thoughts. Have faith in the procedure and allow your inner mechanisms handle the strenuous effort. It's critical to learn to relax and have faith in your innate success mechanism, as opposed to pushing yourself to complete a task with sheer effort. You can avoid mental conflict and direct your efforts towards achieving your goals by visualizing the outcome you want and then letting your subconscious take control. This is not to say that you won't have to work hard or put in effort. Rather, when you allow your success mechanism to operate in sync with your conscious mind, your efforts will be more targeted and efficient. On your journey to success, learning to assign tasks to your subconscious mind and putting your faith in it to do them might result in pleasant surprises and unanticipated breakthroughs. According to Dr. Maltz, practicing happiness is a habit that can be developed. As far as he is concerned, taking things personally that are not really personal is one of the main sources of discontent. Realizing this allows us to start separating ourselves from bad feelings and concentrating on the good things in our lives. By cultivating this habit of happiness, we can overcome the influence of external circumstances and remain optimistic despite the events surrounding us. We may teach ourselves to be happier and more contented people by making the deliberate decision to concentrate on the good aspects of our lives and letting go of unpleasant ideas and feelings. We are goal-oriented people who work best when they have a specific aim in mind. We naturally pursue our goals, and no matter what happens outside of our control, we usually feel content and pleased when we're moving closer to our dreams. Because of this, it's critical to have a clear sense of direction and purpose in life. We feel a sense of satisfaction and success when we believe we are moving closer to our objectives. Greater happiness and well-being follow from this. We can develop the habit of happiness and lead more fulfilled lives by concentrating on our goals and pursuing them with zeal and dedication. Regardless of the situation outside, Dr. Maltz advises having a positive, goal-oriented mindset at all times. This calls for a proactive mindset that we may exercise in both our real and imagined lives. We can train ourselves to respond to obstacles constructively rather than ignoring or fleeing from them by seeing ourselves overcoming them with knowledge and assurance. We are ultimately in charge of our thoughts and feelings. Nobody else is able to control our thoughts or emotions. It is pointless to wait for events to validate optimistic thinking because there are good and unpleasant things in every day. Rather, we have the ability to select our priorities and determine whether to adopt a positive or negative perspective. Through intentional cultivation of positive thoughts and goal-oriented thinking, we can develop a joyful disposition and lead more satisfying lives. In the book, he recommends creating a quiet room, a serene haven where you may go when things in life become too hectic. This is a mental and emotional decompression chamber that you have made in your mind. You can periodically detach yourself from the anxieties, pressures, and difficulties of everyday life and rejuvenate yourself by coming here. Consider it as a mental and spiritual breath of fresh air. You'll feel rejuvenated and ready to take on any problems that come your way as you emerge from your peaceful room. Recall that the key to realizing your full potential lies in your perception of yourself. You may design the life you want by using the power of visualization, the automatic success mechanism, reasoned thought, and developing the habit of happiness. It all begins with deciding what your ultimate objective is and using your imagination to see it accomplished. Remaining goal-oriented and keeping an optimistic outlook, don't forget to delegate to your subconscious mind and rely on your automatic success mechanism. You can realize your full potential and develop into the person you've always wanted to be by doing this. Thus, begin putting these strategies into practice right now and see how your life starts to become the life you've always imagined.